Laws, bro. Yo, right here, this is crazy, bro. Certified pedal, bro. Yo, alright, bro. Let's get it.
So has been crazy. We got a great battle, but a great battle filled with
It's not over! Alright,
a
bro.
lot of lies. Too many lies.
Oh, lies, lies, lies. And everywhere is lies.
Firstly, let's address this whole red button talk. We heard Drake and his OVO people claim that he had a red button that would change everything. He sent warnings out to Kendrick to not wake the demon up.
How you know
Then
he
Kendrick did
pressed
the
it?
same thing. To me, it became really obvious that none of these guys actually had anything serious on each other. There weren't any red buttons whatsoever. All they were doing was stalling, waiting to see what other damaging info their opponent had on them. And because of this, I think both sides started to panic. So after Drake didn't find compromising information on Kendrick, he decided to make things up out of thin air. And because Kendrick knew Drake was going to speak on his family and fabricate stories, he felt he needed to do the same. Drake goes on to lie about Kendrick abusing his wife and his best friend Dave sleeping with her. These two's reputations are extremely
How you know his lies, bro?
different, so he should have known people would be prone to believing whatever Kendrick says more than whatever he says. Drake's image has been smudged over the years. He's the asshole, and Kendrick is seen to be this down-to-earth dude. This is a variable he should have thought about before entering this beef. Now you have people calling you a predator and you can't really defend yourself. You should have dropped this gossip stuff and just stuck to out-rapping him. Drake has kept a nonchalant tone throughout this whole beef. Almost feels like he's trying to sun Kendrick, and he's done this for the last 10 years anytime he addresses him. He feels he has to dismiss him as a formidable opponent.
We bring Drake on. Drake comes on the show, and he felt a certain type of way about Kendrick. Either jealousy or he wanted to really pat him on his head, be like, dog, that's cute what you doing, but you ain't me. We doing the interview, and Drake going in on Kendrick. Me and Max hitting each other like, oh, this dude talking that trash. Kendrick, I'm the big dog. I got the numbers. I got the machine. I am the machine. Stay in your place, little man.
Is Kendrick Lamar your biggest competition, like in this generation or whatever? And I can't wait to see what he does, because now it's time to show and prove. And consistency it's been one album. Consistency is like,
Bro, I feel like if you number one, you gotta have that type of arrogance of niggas can't fuck with you. Like, it's just come down to that, nigga. Because if you just like, oh no, he's as good as me. Nah, nigga, this is a blood sport, nigga. Anything you do, you're gonna want to do it better than the next man, bro. That's just me. I'm just saying. If we playing against each other, bro, if you in my field or whatever, I'm gonna want to do it better than you. If we rapping, fucking sports, shit like that, yeah. It's not no teams, nigga. I want my team to be better than you. I want to be better than you. That's why they got boxing, basketball, football. Nigga, it's me versus you or my team versus your team. Rap is no different, bro.
you need more than one album, you know what I'm saying? Like the content of it just seemed to be about like, you know, all the and all the talking at the time, and now everybody's like over it, nobody plays it. It's just like, my thing is like, I like lasting power, you know, that's my thing. I want you to still be listening to this album in the summer or, you know, next year, where I want this to stay in your car, stay on your mind.
But the problem here is Kendrick isn't the same guy that opened for him on tour. So he says K-Dot fell off. SZA,
Yo, bro,
Travis...
Who the fuck this nigga think he is, bro? Yo, bro. Someone need to drown this nigga, man. Fuck it. What? Nigga, you ain't God? The fuck?
and 21 are bigger than him, which obviously is false. He goes on to say multiple times that Kendrick's work is weak and he isn't in the big three. But his Rap Radar interview says something else.
You know, the other two guys that I'm constantly, you know, up against, which is like Cole and Kendrick.
Three-headed monster.
Yeah. So I have a lot of respect for those guys because they also continue to, you know, stay true to what we started with and finding new ways to do it.
He also reached out to get Kendrick to hop on first-person shooter. So these things he's saying don't mean anything. He himself doesn't believe them. I am of the belief that certain insults shouldn't be dignified, and Kendrick falling off is one of those statements. And because his main strategy was to dismiss him, he has to rap in the same way, which I think is one of the reasons why things have turned out the way they did. Your points don't seem valid if you're trying to sun somebody who's meeting you on your turf and can beat you at the metrics that you yourself set. He's done everything you said you needed him to do, and he has come out on top in most of these criteria. You set certain standards, but then somehow later you want to dismiss them. We know you to be the hitmaker diss track guy. Kendrick did that to you. You bragged about your numbers, claiming he couldn't keep up. But he's beating you at your own game right now, and this isn't the first time he outsells you either, so you can't say the only reason he's beating you is because he's talking about you. You spent all this time trying to diminish him and lying at every point. You weren't actually digging deep while fighting someone who's clearly an assassin, just like you. He wants to take your head off, so this isn't the time to pretend to be unfazed when you clearly are. Kendrick played so many of his cards right, and he took this extremely seriously. Meanwhile, Drake was pretending to be unbothered the whole time. Nothing was ever friendly about this. Kendrick has always hated this guy. He's one of the very few artists who never played fake friends with Drake. Other than the Club Paradise tour when he opened up for him, we never saw them on stage ever again. For a long time, we thought the reason behind their fallout was the control verse. But Kendrick's longtime friend and TDE member Mac Wap recently spoke on the friction on his podcast. And although he didn't say much, he might have given us the reason behind all this animosity.
Was they ever cool?
Yeah.
Like they was boo-boo?
Not boo-boo, but they was industry boo.
Okay.
At one point, then, you know, I think he did to K-Dot what he did to everybody else. Just, you know, niggas got their ways. That niggas, I don't know, shit. For every nigga to...
This nigga fucked his bitch, bro. He ain't fuck Whitney. Nah. I don't believe that one. Nah.
be going at that nigga like that, that's telling.
Whatever he did, it looks like K-Dot's energy towards Drake has always been hostile. He tried to keep it diplomatic in interviews, but the tone was still telling. After Control dropped, Kendrick graced the cover of GQ. During the interview, they asked him what the status of his relationship with Drake is, and he replied by saying they were cool, but he was also okay with them not being cool. He's saying it even back then that he doesn't really care to be cool with Drake. K-Dot is extremely competitive, as we know, so he's able to use this as a front for his hatred for Drake.
You know what I mean? I think hip-hop is a sport, so you're going to have these little spits and spats. And it's all good because, personally, I respect these dudes as, you know, as people. You know what I mean? So, outside of that, it's really nothing.
Specifically, where are you at, like, with the J. Cole? Specifically, where are you at with a Drake or so on and so forth?
I respect their music,
Like that.
for sure. I respect them as individuals and creators.
He disses him in a cypher, then he claims it isn't that deep, it's just rap. But see, it is that deep. He keeps calling him out every time he steps out of the shadows. During an interview with Citizen magazine, Kendrick revealed that he was stepping away from the race of being the greatest, something he's been working for all his life.
You are the greatest rapper alive.
I got to. I didn't, come on. I'm so passionate about hip hop, man. Like, I love it to a point I can't even describe it.
He explains how the new reward for him is the humanity and imperfection.
Bro, no matter who loses, they still gonna think they're the best person. Regardless of what niggas think, bro. If Drake lose, Drake's still gonna think he the best. If Kendrick lose, he's still gonna be like, nigga, I'm better than you. And they still gonna throw shots at each other. With all this shit that they said about each other, bro, nigga, I'm not, bro, until I die, I'ma still throw shots, nigga. Even through the grave, nigga, fuck it.
Being able to connect on the deepest level with people is something he felt he achieved with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
And we make sure we blessed to give y'all some shit you can feel, and that's the real reason why I wrote Mr. Morale, because everybody's going through something. No matter what you're going through, imperfection is beautiful.
He was gracefully bowing out of the race, stepping away from the industry and the culture. So the same man who told us he's disconnected from our world to fix his own keeps coming back to shoot at one man and one man only. There's clearly a fixation there, and no, it's not just being competitive as they both say. The beef between these two is very personal, and it has always been that way.
Nigga, it sound like Kendrick gonna be acknowledged like the greatest. Drake is in the way, bro. Drake want what Kendrick got, the culture and all that extra shit that come with it. And Kendrick it looked like he want the fame to me. Why you keep coming out the shadows after you say you're not coming back to shoot at the nigga that got the fame? They both want what each other got, bro. That's what it looked like.